So continuing our further discussion, we have seen LAN, WAN, and MAN. Apart from the classification of networks based on the transmission media and the topologies. So recently, you can observe that there are many other type of networks. They are also coming into the forefront, such as WLAN, wireless local area network, storage area network, which is specifically for storage purpose, system area network, home area network, because nowadays many networking devices, network enabled devices, they are actually forming their place in the home. So a network for connecting those devices, it's a home area network. Passive optical LAN is there, enterprise private area network, and most often virtual area networks are also seen these days in most of the organizations. We'll start with wireless LAN. So wireless LAN is nothing but it's a network which helps you to link single or multiple devices using wireless communication within a limited area, typically like a home or a school or office building. And there are protocols which is supporting wireless area network, and the most you can see on the website of IEEE, because IEEE is the global body which is controlling all these protocols so that there will be uniformity as far as the software and hardware is concerned. So there is a IEEE 802.11 protocol, and there are many sub versions in that. 8.2.11b stands for Bluetooth and so on. Uh, I recommend that you should visit the website and you should see this protocol. So this is a protocol which is for the wireless area network. All the hardware and the software, they have to comply with this protocol. Another network is storage area network. Now, you will agree with me that big data is coming in a big way, and with the storage requirement of the networks, they are increasing day by day. So, a typically storage area network is required so that uh, its basic purpose is for block level data storage. Its main purpose, and this storage area networks, it makes use of storage devices like disk arrays or optical jukeboxes and tape libraries, where huge amount of data is required. And we have seen that basic purpose of networking is to share the resources, and data is one of the most important resource in the network. Another example of type of computer network is system area network. So the system area network offers high-speed connection between servers to servers and processor to processor applications. There are certain applications like, say, weather forecasting. So in this kind of applications, you require very high-speed connectivity because the basic application is divided into sub-applications and sub-threads, and then the threads are going to be executed on a single processor, and then the results will be compiled together so that the results can be compiled and significantly they can be analyzed so that for the purpose of prediction and other usage. So in such applications, you require very high speed connection between servers and servers or processors and processors. So here the system area networks are being used. Another type of computer network which is recently been used is passive optical local area network. This is called as POLAN. So POLAN is a technology. So this helps you to integrate into structured cabling. It allows you to resolve the issue of supporting Ethernet protocols and network apps. It also allows you to use the optical splitters, which helps you to separate an optical signal from a single mode optical fiber. So the basic advantage of optical fiber is that in one fiber you can transmit number of sources. So you need to split all those things. So POLAN helps you in those kind of applications. As I mentioned previously, the home area network. In our home, the network enabled devices are increasing. So, like our refrigerator is becoming a network enabled application, or washing machine, even the other devices like simple speakers also. So, to connect all these devices, you need a network, a sort of LAN, and that is called as home area network within a home. And you'll wonder that in US there are around 15 million homes. They have more than one computer. It is called as ubiquitous computing. And India also, this phenomena is coming up in a big way. Uh, what is the advantage? This helps the owner of the home to interconnect with multiple computers. Okay, so no need of having separate network for each application. Rather, one network, it supports all the applications, and then it is possible to share the resources like printers or other peripherals, data, and so on. Enterprise private networks are also now being built and owned by businesses, and this is basically for security purpose, that if you want more security, because these days data is called as the fuel of this era, and when data has got so much of importance, so its security has also got more importance. So here enterprise private area networks, they help the organizations to securely build the networks. Campus area networks can, so best example is our Shivaji University network. So this is a campus area network which is made up of interconnection of LANs, because every department has got LAN, and all these LANs are get connected together so that those LAN can be linked, and then the network can be built. So you might be knowing that we have a fiber optics backbone, and to this fiber optics backbone, most of the departments are connected. Internally, they have networks LANs by using Cat5 or Cat6 kind of cables, and then depending on the requirement of bandwidth, all this networking scenario has been built, and it is managed centrally by a system administrator. Virtual private networks are also, you can see these days, these are private networks which are being used by the public networks to connect remote sites or users together. So VPN, you can see these networks as a network of share agents and shareholders, so that they will come to know that what is being happened as far as their financial commodities are concerned, and how uh, it is being used by the third party, and in a secure way, because this the main intent of this virtual private network is it's virtual and private. So it's a private network. Unlike internet, it's not a public network, it's a private network. So that's about the VPN. Uh, just to summarize the things, whatever we have seen so far. So we have seen that types of computer networks can be categorized according to their size. So size, we have seen that basically depending on the size, they can be categorized as LAN, the smaller networks. More smaller are PANs, personal area networks. Then comes the WAN, wide area network, which is typically combination of LANs. And then comes metropolitan area network, which encompasses a metropolitan city. And another thing is that based on their purpose also, you can classify the network. Just now we have seen VPNs are there, campus area networks are there, or enterprise private networks are there. So many things we have seen, like storage area networks. The basic purpose is for storage. System area networks, the basic purpose is for obtaining, availing more speed. Home area networks, so for connecting the home devices. So depending on the purpose also, you can classify the network. Depending on the size also, you can classify the network. Depending on the topology, like ring, bus, star, tree, hybrid, or mesh, you can classify the network. So there are various ways of classifying the network. As far as we have seen this in this video, PAN is a computer network which generally consists of computers, mobile, or personal digital assistant, personal area network. So these networks are growing in number nowadays. LAN, we have seen, it's a group of networks having limited geographical area and number of nodes. WAN, we have seen, is a wider network which is having more coverage than the LANs and more number of nodes and more LANs basically connected together. MAN, we have seen, it's a network which is connectivity across an entire city or college campus or even a small region. Wireless LAN, we have seen, it's a wireless local area network connecting single or multiple devices using wireless communication. So that's the main purpose of WAN. And then we have seen SAN is a network which is basic purpose is to store the data, block level data storage, and sharing the block amongst a number of users on the network. System area network, we have seen, it is used for high speed connection, server to server basis, or storage area networks, or processor to processor basis. POLAN, we have seen, it's a network which helps you to integrate the structured cabling. So cabling is a big problem nowadays. It is growing in size, so structured cabling is important. So for the structured cabling, you can have POLAN. HAN, home area network. So HAN is basically for connecting the number of devices in the home, network enabled devices in the home. Enterprise area network. So enterprise private network, EPNs. So these networks are for secure connection of various locations across the wider area. CAN is a network of interconnection of LANs in specific geographical areas such as a university campus. VPN is a private network which is being shared by the number of users, and the most important feature is that it's a virtual and private, so it's not a public network. So these are the type of networks so far we have seen. And apart from this, the network types, there are other types also. There are main two types, and these two types are I want to cover it in brief. We have seen all other things. Only two things we have not seen is peer-to-peer networks. So peer-to-peer network is there is no hierarchy amongst computers. All are equal. They are having equal rights, equal authority on the network. And in this kind of networks, there is no administrator responsible for the network. So these are called as peer-to-peer networks, having where every node has got equal right as against its counterpart. And the advantages are, of course, low cost. They are simple to configure. Every user has got full accessibility on this particular network. Disadvantages is duplication in resources is possible because every node is in a way independent. Security policy is also difficult to deploy, and load can be handled unevenly. So these kind of networks are used for less than 10 persons, 10 nodes, and no specialized service is required. That is one thing where these networks can be used, and only limited growth in the foreseeable future. So if you see scalability, then peer-to-peer networks are not very popular. On the other hand, client-server networks, there are servers and clients. So servers, these are the machines they manage and provide network resources and services to the client, having very stringent specifications. They have more processing power, more memory, and hard disk space than the clients typically. And clients are the machines they require network resources from the servers. So servers basically they run the network operating system. Linux is the most popular operating system nowadays, and they also have users groups and security. So all these policies are well placed in these networks. So servers, as I said, that they have more stringent requirement on performance and reliability, because if a server fails, then the entire network will be down. The advantages are, of course, they facilitate resource sharing. That is the basic purpose. They facilitate system backup and improve fault tolerance. So uptime is very good. Security policy is very good. Enhanced security in this kind of network. They support more number of users. Okay, so peer-to-peer, there is a limitation on number of users, but client server you can have more number of servers if there are more number of clients, and you can form the groups so that they can support more number of users. Drawbacks are high cost for servers because, as we have seen, they must have very good specifications. You must have a expert, which is called a system administrator or network administrator, to configure the network and introduce a single point of failure to the system. Of course, this can be eliminated, avoided by using redundancy of servers. So this is in brief about the types of networks, and we have seen fairly 2 to 3 mechanisms on the basis of which the networks can be